Have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you into the room. Rebecca Harlow.
Coach, great game tonight. And really the turning point seemed to be the end of that third quarter there when you rode with your bench. What did you see in that stretch then and really overall with your bench all night long?
We got off to a slow start, so I thought in the first half the bench came in and gave us a big lift. And then they did the same thing in the third. And Memphis has been playing great basketball, particularly over the last 10 games. And so we got behind and we had to fight for the whole game just to get back to where we got into position to win. And that's what I liked about the team. I thought our fight was terrific, the perseverance, and in the end we made things go our way.
Peter Body.
Tom, Julius and RJ struggled particularly the first three quarters. Just what did you see with them the rest of the way, the fourth quarter and overtime, kind of taking over the game?
Just find a way to win, and sometimes, you may not be shooting well, but do other things. Make hustle plays. The big play was probably Julius's penetration and the spray out to RJ for the three. So that's winning basketball. You force a defense to collapse, hit the open man, and as I mentioned, I like the threes that we're getting. I didn't particularly like our defense tonight, but I thought overall offensively we were very good.
Jonathan Macri.
Hey, Coach. You've been around this league a long time. A lot of great players come to the line late in the game needing to hit 2, sometimes 3 free throws. RJ knocked down all 3. What does that say to you about him and his work ethic and just what he means to this team?
Well, like I've been watching it all year, and, I think his confidence is coming from all the extra time that he's putting in. And I think he's showing, his growth and maturity. He didn't get rattled. Things weren't going our way. He just stayed the course, fought his way through it. But the shooting piece has been huge. And then his finishing is vastly improved as well. But his all-around play has been terrific. So his work ethic is top of the line. His attitude and approach are top of the line. He's a team-first guy. He's 20 years old. He's only going to get better.
Steve Popper.
Hey, Tom, is that a step forward for guys like him and for Julius to have a night where they don't have it and to still want the ball and come up big in those big spots late?
Yeah, and again, as long as they're the right place. And, I think, someone mentioned it in the pregame about Quick. And I never mind him taking shots. That's his strength. And I know over the course of the season, if he's taking those shots, he's going to make most of them. The same thing with Julius and RJ. They're very confident. They're not going to get rattled if things aren't going their way. As long as they shoot the ball well, they'll keep going and they'll figure out a way. And it's a credit to them. But we know the intensity of these games now heading down the stretch, very high. We have to make sure we're bringing our intensity at a very high level. Our preparation has to be top of the line, and we got to be ready to go.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thanks.
Hi, everyone. Julius Randall's here. If you have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you into the room. Rebecca Harlow.
Julius, it looked like there were points earlier in the game where this one wasn't going for you, yet you still managed to pull down a triple-double. And when the game was on the line and you needed to get the job done, you did. How were you able to flip the switch late?
Sorry. Honestly, it's just how we are. We just keep battling, keep fighting, find a way and to give ourselves a chance. And, it was about a 6-point game with 3 minutes left or whatever it was. So we knew we had a shot, just had to come down and get a couple stops. And, that's what we did.
Steph Bondi.
Hey, Julius, what has RJ shown you these last few games about his growth and what he's capable of doing?
Tremendous growth, making huge shots, down the stretch, just making the right plays, right reads, and just locking in. He's showing tremendous growth.
Steve Popper.
Julius, with the 5 losses in 6 games before this and the frustration it looked like you guys had tonight for much of the game, How bad did you guys need something like this?
We needed it bad. When this was a way to break out of that, that little slump or whatever you want to call it. This was definitely a game to do it. Guys stepped up, like you said. RJ stepped up, made huge plays. Quick made huge plays. AB, huge plays. So this is how we had to get out of it. Coach always says we get into things together, we get out of it together, and that's what we did today.
Ryan Dunleavy.
Julius, you just kind of touched on it right there, but how big was the bench for you guys keeping you in the game? And what kind of message do you think it sends to those guys when coach is letting them play, the second unit play with you guys down the stretch?
Huge. Most of the game, our starting unit, we were struggling. I was struggling with shooting the ball. RJ was struggling in the beginning, but obviously made huge plays down the stretch. For most of it in the first half, Derek kept us in the game, with his scoring and attacking and pace. And then, like I said, down the stretch, RJ made plays, Quick made plays, Alec made plays. We defended as a team and got stopped, so it was huge.
Thank you, Julius.
Sixth man of the year.
Steph Bondi.
Hey, Taj, obviously John Moran had that good look at the end of regulation there. What were you thinking watching that shot go up?
Gut-wrenching. It's hard to explain. You're always nervous, and it's in close games, especially when both teams are laying on the line late. It's always a nerve-wracking experience, but luckily it rolled out, and we were able to get some momentum in the OT.
Steve Popper.
Taj, was this one of the nights where you guys had to that second unit kind of lift the energy? It seemed like first unit just didn't have it early.
Well, that's part of this team basketball. When you're trying to make a playoff push and you're growing, you're really gonna need everybody. Nobody thought with the circumstances that we've been dealing with, Mitch going down, EP, everybody's going through a rough time with injuries, being banged up. Our team, we're just circling the wagons and believing in each other, trying to block out the outside noise. We've been really just fighting and clawing every game, and we have that kind of tough mentality, and then it's showing.
Rebecca Harlow.
Yeah, I mean, Taj, you just said it. The scrapping and the clawing to win this one tonight, coming off of the last two games and some of the other heartbreakers that you've had recently where it's come down to a shot at the end. What does it do for the mindset as you guys are fighting for the playoffs here to come up and win that game tonight?
That's tough because, you know what I'm saying, we're always right there with either winning or just losing a tough one. And we've been in some really strong dog fights late, and the ball kind of didn't roll our way. It didn't roll our way the last couple of games. But one thing about Tibbs, he just says, stay focused, block the noise out, and come together even tighter as a family. And that's what we've been doing tonight, late in the game. That's what we've been doing, talking a lot to each other, telling them we've been in this position before, believe, stay focused, and just continue to grow.
Ian Bagley.
Taj, you played for a lot of teams. Obviously, some teams, they're down 13 midway through the fourth. They might lay down. Other teams fight like you guys did tonight. What do you think is the difference between the team that fights back and the team that lays down?
The team that fights back believes in each other, understanding the work ethic that they put in day to day. We work extremely hard day to day. It's really a family. The culture is really a family. We understand the stakes, and everybody understands that we're gonna need everybody. And we always believe. We understand we got a lot of odds going against us. Down our young 7-foot big man. A lot of guys banged up. You can name it. So many different obstacles. But that's a part of the season. That's a part of the NBA. Just got to just stay the course, believe in one another, block out the outside noise, put more into it every night. That's what we've been doing. Everybody's can always come back at night. Everybody's watching film. We just circling the wagons and then believing in each other and understanding that if we continue to play hard, we're gonna continue to learn. But as long as we play hard, we got a chance to come back any night.
Thank you, Taj.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Hey everyone, RJ Barrett's here. If you have a question, raise your hand. Ryan Dunleavy.
RJ, maybe it's because March Madness just ended and I have it on my brain, but are these the biggest free throws at the end of the game you've taken since that Duke-Michigan State game? And what you learned from that moment there where you missed that one shot?
I don't remember. Maybe got to be up there. But nah, it was cool. You know, had to make free throws, work on it every day, and you know, thank God they went in. We got this one.
Brian Mahoney.
Oh boy. Yes, sir.
RJ, how do you guys, stick with it when it seems like every time you get it down to 4 or 6, they get it right back to 13, 14, and, you got to keep fighting up that hill the whole night?
It always comes back around, man. It always comes back around. We've been playing our butt off, the past couple of games, and, it's been close games. And today we were able to get this one, so it just feels good to know that, we're doing the right thing. Just keep working hard, keep working together, and, it'll pay off.
Steve Popper.
Hey, RJ, with what you guys have been going through with some real tough, close losses and the 5 out of 6 and the frustration even early tonight, what does it do for you guys to get a win like this?
Man, it's great. It's great. Hopefully we build off this, build our momentum, keep it going. We have a couple more games at home, just take advantage of that. So, just try to keep getting back right on, keep getting back on the right track.
Ian Bigley.
When you have the ball late in the fourth, you get the rebound, you're bringing it up, and Ja Morant is guarding you. Do you know, like, just because you're bigger, that you're gonna try to get to the rim and use your frame?
Need a bucket. At the end of the game, I think we were down 2, right? So I got the rebound and I was going, and I kind of saw everybody else fan out because, they didn't want a 3, and then we win the game. So I saw everybody fan out. It was just me and him. So, I knew I had to go and make a play.
Thank you, RJ.